Nature gave us one tongue and two ears, so we could hear twice as much as we speak. Epictetus. In a world overflowing with noise, true power often lies not in the loudest voice, but in the profound quiet of silence. Today, we dive into the teachings of Stoicism, a philosophy that transforms silence from mere quietude into an art form of significant impact. By understanding and implementing Stoic practices, we can learn how speaking less doesn't diminish our presence, but paradoxically enhances it, leading to greater impact, inner peace, and measurable success. Silence is far from being empty. It is a powerful tool wielded wisely by those who understand its value. Stoicism doesn't just teach us to communicate with words, but to master the powerful language of silence. This video will explore 10 traits of individuals who use silence strategically, not as a void of communication, but as a bridge to more effective interaction, making them more confident and effective communicators. Through this understanding, we see how strategic pauses and the choice of when to speak or to listen deeply can transform typical exchanges into opportunities for genuine connection and profound insight. When silence causes confusion for the opponent, silence is often underestimated in its power, especially in a world where speaking out loud tends to dominate our interactions. Yet Stoicism introduces a compelling perspective on communication, suggesting that true power lies not in the words we speak, but in the moments we choose to listen. This ancient philosophy, highlighted by Epictetus's reminder that we have two ears and one mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak, serves as the foundation for understanding how silence can profoundly impact our influence, relationships, and strategic thinking. The art of silence isn't just about being quiet. It involves strategic pauses that can transform ordinary conversations into moments of deep connection and insight. Picture a chess game where a well-timed pause can unsettle an opponent, forcing them to reveal strategies or doubts they might have otherwise hidden. This kind of strategic silence can compel others to share more than they intended, providing crucial information that wouldn't surface in a constant barrage of words. Similarly, the practice of active listening enhances our ability to connect with others on a deeper level. By truly focusing on what is being said, rather than preparing our next response, we open a space for genuine understanding. It's like catching a tennis serve. Receiving the message fully allows us to respond more thoughtfully. Active listening demonstrates respect and builds trust, fostering stronger, more empathetic relationships. Moreover, silence allows us to reflect and respond with wisdom. In the moments we choose to hold back our immediate reactions, we give ourselves the opportunity to think critically about what has been said. This reflective pause is akin to a sculptor contemplating their next move, ensuring that each strike is precise and meaningful. By crafting our words with intention, we ensure that when we do speak, our contributions are impactful and considered. As we incorporate these practices into our daily communications, we not only enhance our personal interactions, but also set ourselves up for greater professional success. Mastering the art of Stoic silence is not about diminishing our voice, but rather about enriching the way we use it. By focusing more on listening and reflecting, we harness the power of silence to cultivate a profound influence that resonates in every conversation. Embrace this quieter approach and discover how powerful silence can truly be. 2. Eliminate distractions. Feeling overwhelmed by your ever-growing to-do list and the constant noise around you, you might find unexpected relief in the wisdom of Stoicism, particularly in Marcus Aurelius's advice. If you seek tranquility, do less. This philosophy suggests that simplifying your actions and focusing on what truly matters can unlock a deeper sense of calm and a more satisfying life. In today's fast-paced information age, success is often misinterpreted as doing more, However, Stoicism presents a compelling alternative, teaching us that true fulfillment might actually lie in doing less. By prioritizing and zeroing in on what's essential, we not only cultivate inner peace, but also navigate life's complexities with clearer vision. One of the fundamental Stoic principles is to distinguish between what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and reactions, and what we cannot, such as external circumstances or other people's behavior. By channeling our energies towards our sphere of influence, we sidestep the anxiety and frustration associated with trying to manage the uncontrollable. Picture yourself amidst a swirling vortex of chaos, yet remaining calmly focused on a task at hand, effectively exerting control where it counts. Taking on too many commitments or engaging in excessive chatter can obscure our judgment and suppress important insights. Stoicism advocates for a life of intention, urging us to align our actions with our core values and long-term objectives. Imagine a cluttered desk brimming with tasks. As you sift through these, prioritizing according to your values, the clutter clears, leaving a clean, organized space that mirrors your focused mindset. Regularly assessing whether your commitments reflect your top 3 core values can help you decide what's worth keeping and what might need to be set aside. Moreover, focused listening is a powerful tool in the Stoic toolkit. It involves more than just hearing words. It's about comprehensively understanding the context before formulating responses. This type of listening requires us to avoid distractions, such as the urge to multitask or immediately think of a reply. By practicing focused listening, you can make more informed decisions and avoid overcommitting to tasks that don't align with your values, much like how clearing your physical workspace helps maintain focus on essential tasks. Embracing the Stoic practice of doing less is not about fostering laziness, but about choosing strategic action and prioritizing what genuinely matters. By aligning your life with your values, focusing on what you can control, and honing your listening skills, you set the stage for achieving inner peace and a fulfilling life. Tranquility, according to Stoic wisdom, isn't found in relentless busyness, but in the mindful selection of what truly deserves your time and energy. So, step back from the more is better mindset and discover the profound impact of doing less. 3. Silence attracts attention. Commanding attention doesn't always require loud declarations. Sometimes, the most powerful impact comes from carefully chosen words. In our rapid world, we often find our speech racing ahead of our thoughts, yet Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, taught us a valuable lesson: better to trip with the feet than the tongue. This idea encourages us to master the art of measured speech, thereby enhancing our communication skills and empowering us as leaders. The power of words is undeniable. They can forge connections or spark conflicts, motivate actions, or instigate disagreements. Stoicism teaches us to harness this power by speaking intentionally and purposefully. Through the exploration of measured speech, we gain practical strategies to communicate effectively and lead with confidence. A key component of effective communication is the strategic use of silence. A well-timed pause can serve much like the quiet moment a conductor uses to captivate an orchestra before a crescendo, creating anticipation and focusing the audience's attention on what will be said next. Incorporating such pauses into your speech can dramatically alter the dynamics of a conversation, drawing listeners in and giving weight to your words. Clarity and conciseness also play critical roles in measured speech. Zeno's advice highlights the importance of thoughtful expression, steering clear of rambling and unnecessary jargon. Consider a cluttered presentation board. When streamlined to emphasize only the key points, the message not only becomes clearer, but also more impactful. By organizing your thoughts and focusing on essential points before you speak, your communication becomes both powerful and succinct. Effective communication extends beyond verbal expressions to include non-verbal cues. Maintaining eye contact, employing an open posture, and projecting confidence through your physical presence greatly influence how your message is received. Being mindful of these non-verbal signals can enhance your overall communication, lending authenticity and persuasiveness to your words. Mastering measured speech involves enhancing the influence of your voice through intentional speaking, clarity, and strategic pauses. By adopting these practices, you can become a more effective communicator and a compelling leader. Remember, the art of communication is not just about what is said, but also about how and when it is expressed. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism to refine your communication skills and lead with quiet strength, allowing the subtleties of your expression to speak volumes. Evor, silence builds strength. In a world bombarded by constant noise, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective on strength. The true power lies not in loudness, but in mastering the art of silence. This philosophy, rooted in the teachings of Zeno of Citium, suggests that by conquering ourselves, specifically our impulses and emotions, we can cultivate a profound inner fortitude and a commanding, calm presence. Strength is often visualized in terms of physical prowess or vocal assertiveness. Yet the Stoic approach encourages us to find strength in quiet control, using silence as a tool to master our emotions and exude confidence. This practice of strategic silence not only prevents us from impulsive reactions, but also positions us as composed and thoughtful individuals. Consider the impact of choosing when to speak and what to say. People who pause thoughtfully before responding are often perceived as more confident and self-assured. This kind of measured communication, where one controls their emotions and speaks deliberately, can significantly influence how others perceive and respond to them. By taking a moment to collect our thoughts, we ensure our words are meaningful and considered, thereby avoiding regrettable spur-of-the-moment comments. Silence also serves as a foundation for developing wisdom. It allows for introspection and thoughtful reflection, leading to more considered responses. In moments of heated discussion, those who opt for a brief pause can provide well-thought-out solutions that reflect depth and understanding, rather than reactive impulsiveness. Active listening further illustrates the strength of silence. By fully focusing on others without the distraction of planning our next response, we show genuine respect and engagement. This not only enriches our understanding, but also deepens our relationships, as it demonstrates that we value the perspectives and thoughts of others. By embracing the Stoic practice of silence, we gain the ability to control our reactions, communicate thoughtfully, and listen actively, all of which are essential qualities of effective leadership and personal integrity. Stoicism reminds us that the ultimate conquest is that of oneself, and in mastering our internal dialogue through silence, we unlock a greater capacity to influence, lead, and engage meaningfully with the world around us. Before moving on to the next part, don't forget to click the subscribe button to continue watching other useful videos. 5. Freedom from pride or arrogance. Commanding respect does not necessarily require loud or boastful pronouncements. It can be achieved through genuine humility and thoughtful communication. In a world often obsessed with self-promotion, the wisdom of Heraclitus, who once said, "To be even-minded is the greatest virtue," offers a refreshing antidote. This principle from Stoicism teaches us that speaking with moderation not only cultivates humility, but also strengthens our relationships. True confidence is vital, but its most effective form is expressed when it is balanced with humility. Stoicism promotes even-mindedness, which involves avoiding excessive pride or arrogance in communication. This approach encourages us to speak intentionally and moderately, thus enhancing our connections and ensuring our words reflect true understanding and respect. Listening more and speaking less is a fundamental aspect of communicating with moderation. Often, excessive talking can be a sign of insecurity, whereas true wisdom comes from understanding the value of listening and learning from others. Consider a scenario where one person constantly interrupts with a smug expression, contrasted with another who listens attentively, showing genuine interest and respect. By practicing active listening, making eye contact, refraining from interruptions, and engaging with thoughtful questions, we demonstrate a deep respect and willingness to learn from others. Humility in speech is also crucial. Following Heraclitus's advice about even-mindedness, we should avoid dominating conversations or using boastful language. Instead, we should focus on respectful communication, recognizing and appreciating the contributions of others. Envision a dialogue where both participants engage equally, their exchanges marked by mutual respect and understanding, each person's body language reflecting this balance. Moreover, the power of silence complements these practices beautifully. Choosing to pause before speaking gives us the opportunity to reflect on our words, ensuring they are thoughtful and considerate. This not only prevents impulsive remarks, but also shows a deep respect for the speaker. This mindful pause can transform a conversation, making it more meaningful and respectful. By embracing humility, listening attentively, and speaking with moderation, we achieve even-mindedness and forge stronger, more meaningful connections. Heraclitus reminds us that the truest wisdom involves finding balance in our interactions. Thus, by valuing the power of silence and speaking with intention, we cultivate genuine humility in our communications, enhancing both our personal and professional relationships. 6. Silence in negotiations. In the intense realm of negotiation, where every piece of information counts, silence can serve as your most powerful tool. Drawing from Lao Tzu's wisdom, "He who talks more is sooner exhausted," Stoicism introduces a valuable technique, leveraging silence as a strategic advantage. This approach not only prevents negotiators from revealing too much, but also opens up opportunities to gain critical insights into the other party's thoughts and strategies. Negotiation is essentially a dance of power and information, and speaking excessively can often tip the scales unfavorably. By embracing the Stoic practice of calm control and using strategic silence, you create a space where you can observe, understand, and act with precision. This enables you to turn potential vulnerabilities into moments of advantage, enhancing your position in negotiations. Imagine a typical negotiation scenario where one party dominates the conversation, unintentionally revealing their priorities and anxieties. The negotiator who embraces silence listens, observes, and absorbs crucial information. This kind of strategic silence allows for a thorough assessment of the opponent's position and emotional state, providing insights that might otherwise remain hidden. The power of active listening, encouraging the other party to keep talking, can lead to revelations that are invaluable, which might have been guarded had the conversation been more balanced. Moreover, silence provides the opportunity to formulate a winning strategy. Much like a chess player contemplates the board in quiet reflection, a negotiator can use these pauses to think through their responses carefully. Not feeling pressured to fill every silence helps control the tempo of the conversation, compelling the other party to confront the weight of their words, potentially causing them to second-guess their positions. Silence also amplifies the impact of a firm no. In situations where terms do not meet expectations or align with objectives, delivering a no with resolute silence can be more powerful than an elaborate explanation. This method, combined with confident body language, sends a clear and strong message about your decision, often eliminating the need for further justification. By integrating silence into your negotiation tactics, you shift the focus from a verbal battle to a more subtle yet effective exchange of power. This strategic use of silence, inspired by Stoic principles, not only enhances your ability to command respect, but also significantly improves your chances of achieving favorable outcomes. Thus, in the nuanced art of negotiation, the thoughtful use of silence can indeed be more eloquent than speech. 7. Kind and considerate regard for others. Building stronger relationships often hinges not just on how much we speak, but on how attentively we listen. Stoicism, a philosophy that values moderation and self-control, teaches us the importance of listening, echoing Epictetus's advice that nature gave us one tongue and two ears, so we could hear twice as much as we speak. This perspective invites us to explore how embracing silence can deepen connections and foster genuine respect in our interactions. True communication is fundamentally a two-way street, and the role of listening is as crucial as speaking. By prioritizing listening, we engage in a form of active listening that enhances empathy and understanding. Embracing the power of silence not only strengthens our relationships, but also demonstrates genuine care for those around us. In practice, silence serves as a respectful space for others to express themselves. It is not about shutting down dialogue, but about enriching it. Visualize a conversation where both participants are engaged and attentive, their expressions warm. The pauses between their exchanges are filled with a productive silence that encourages openness and mutual respect. By actively listening, maintaining eye contact, refraining from interruptions, and posing clarifying questions, we show a deep interest in understanding others, which is foundational for strong relationships. Moreover, the process of becoming a good listener extends to understanding the emotional undertones of conversations. A shift from passive listening to a more engaged, empathetic stance can dramatically change the dynamics of a dialogue. For instance, evolving from merely hearing words to offering a supportive gesture indicates a deep level of empathy, cultivated through attentive silence. Small affirmations such as nodding or using verbal cues like play a significant role in enriching conversations. These cues not only affirm the speaker's feelings, but also encourage them to share more, enhancing the depth and breadth of the dialogue. Such actions signal active engagement and appreciation for the conversation, strengthening the bond between the participants. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a powerful tool for meaningful interaction. Through attentive listening and mindful responses, we can foster deeper understanding and respect, paving the way for more fulfilling personal and professional relationships. 8. The art of deep listening. In a world where conversations often skim the surface, delving into the art of deep listening can open doors to more profound connections and heightened empathy. Stephen R. Covey pointed out a common communication flaw. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Recognizing this can transform how we engage in conversations, enriching our interactions and strengthening our relationships. Deep listening is more than just hearing words. It is an active, conscious effort to understand the underlying messages, emotions, and perspectives. This approach involves not only absorbing what is said, but also why it is said and the feelings attached to it. By truly listening, we elevate ordinary conversations into meaningful exchanges that build trust and foster a genuine connection. At the heart of deep listening is the focus on understanding rather than responding. Visualize a listener fully engaged, leaning in, compared to another who seems ready to jump in with their response. The former demonstrates deep listening by giving space to silence, which allows for a shift in focus from crafting replies to comprehending messages. Taking a moment to process the speaker's words and asking clarifying questions ensures a thorough understanding of their intent. Deep listening also involves attuning to nonverbal cues such as tone, body language, and emotional signals. These cues are often as telling as the words themselves. Watching a listener transition from passively hearing to actively engaging with nods and supportive gestures shows an evolution in the conversation dynamic. This not only enhances comprehension, but also significantly boosts empathy, making the speaker feel truly heard and valued. Adding to this, the strategic use of silence, along with simple verbal affirmations like yes or I understand, can further enrich interactions. These affirmations encourage the speaker to continue, subtly showing that their messages are actively received. By interjecting minimally and appropriately, the listener signals full engagement and commitment to understanding the speaker's thoughts and feelings. Embracing deep listening by cultivating an intentional silence and mindful engagement doesn't just improve communication, it transforms it. This method doesn't gather information as much as it builds an atmosphere of genuine connection, making every conversation richer and more meaningful. Through such engagement, we not only respond more effectively, but also connect more deeply, proving that the foundation of effective communication is not just in speaking, but in listening with intent to understand. 9. The art of reflective wisdom. In an era that often emphasizes quick reactions, the Stoic wisdom from Epictetus, "First learn the meaning of what you say and then speak," holds significant relevance. By adopting this philosophy, we discover the value of pausing before we speak, which not only refines our communication, but ensures that our words are thoughtfully considered. Words wield immense power, and true wisdom manifests not just in what we articulate, but also in the timing of our expressions. Stoicism champions the practice of pausing, a mindful silence that provides the space for reflection prior to speaking. This deliberate pause allows us to contemplate our words carefully, ensuring they are both meaningful and impactful. Such thoughtful communication enhances our articulacy and deepens our insights. The benefits of pausing are evident, for instance, during brainstorming sessions where someone takes a moment to think before sharing their ideas. This brief moment of reflection can lead to light bulb moments, yielding solutions and ideas that are more profound than those arising from spontaneous replies. By taking time to collect our thoughts, we ensure our words are clear, concise, and carry significant weight, thereby enhancing our communication effectiveness and making our interactions more valuable. Moreover, by pausing before we speak, we are able to communicate with measured wisdom. This approach encourages us to select our words more carefully, thus magnifying the impact of our communication. Imagine a graph where the impact of words is measured. Impulsive speech may fail to make an impression, whereas words chosen after careful consideration resonate more deeply with listeners. Formulating our thoughts deliberately before speaking helps us deliver our messages with greater clarity and influence. Pausing also significantly improves our listening skills. Often we listen merely to prepare our next response rather than to truly understand what is being said. By intentionally incorporating pauses, we shift our focus from merely responding to genuinely listening, which enhances our comprehension and assimilation of the speaker's message. This active listening fosters a deeper understanding and enables us to offer more insightful and pertinent responses. Mastering the art of the pause not only transforms our speech, but also enhances our ability to listen, making our communication more effective and our interactions richer. By following Stoicism's advice to reflect before speaking, we ensure that our conversations are not just heard, but also resonate deeply, creating a meaningful impact on our audience. And 10. Resilience and adversity. Facing challenges with unwavering calm and radiating inner strength, especially in adversity, is a hallmark of Stoic philosophy. Drawing from Epictetus's wisdom, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Stoicism teaches the strength of mindful silence. This approach allows us to respond to negativity with grace and maintain our composure even in the toughest situations. Life inevitably brings unexpected challenges, and how we respond to these situations defines our character. Stoicism doesn't suggest that we won't face adversity. Instead, it teaches that our true strength lies in our response. Embracing the art of mindful silence equips us to navigate difficult situations with poise and inner fortitude. Choosing silence when confronted with negativity can be a potent strategy. Picture a scene where one person reacts with loud aggression while another maintains a calm, silent demeanor. This silence can disarm the aggressor and prevent the situation from escalating. Rather than a sign of weakness, it is a strategic choice to keep the conflict from worsening. When faced with aggression, taking a moment to center oneself with a deep breath and resisting the impulse to react hastily can significantly alter the outcome. Moreover, silence provides the space to process our emotions and craft a thoughtful response. Instead of reacting immediately in a heated moment, imagine taking a deep breath and using that pause to gather your thoughts. This measured approach enables you to address the situation calmly and assertively, de-escalating tension and asserting control over the interaction. Body language also plays a crucial role in how we handle tense situations. While maintaining silence, our physical demeanor can convey much about our state of mind. The difference between someone with crossed arms and a furrowed brow versus another who stands with an open posture and maintains eye contact is stark. The latter, combined with silence, projects strength. In short, by adopting the Stoic method of silence, we empower ourselves to stop, think, and then speak, ensuring that when we choose to use words, they have meaning, considered, impactful, and purposeful. This method of communication is not about suppressing our thoughts, but about enhancing the quality of what we say. It's about achieving clarity and depth in our interactions, making every word count. As you incorporate these practices into your life, pay attention to the profound effects it can have on your interactions and mental health. And remember, the next time you want to quickly fill the silence, consider the powerful alternative. Embrace pause, reflect, and perhaps discover that sometimes silence can be stronger than words. If this perspective on Stoicism resonates with you and you are curious to learn more about how embracing silence can enrich your life, please let us know by comment by number 1. Don't forget to share this video with others who might appreciate this thoughtful approach to communication, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into Stoic wisdom. Your participation helps us grow and continue to provide content that promotes deep understanding and personal growth.